Hello and welcome to another video lesson with Mr. Roman. Today's goal is students will be able to solve a system of inequalities by graphing. So recall that the slope-intercept form of a linear equation is y equals mx plus b, where m and b are elements of the real number set, or in other words, they're just going to be some number for m and b. And we know that m is the slope, and we know b is the y-intercept. So in this first example, it says graph the solution set to the system of inequalities. Well, the way we're going to start that is we're going to start by just graphing each inequalities solution set on the graph. And then we're going to look for where do they share solutions on the graph. So the first one, the blue one, we're going to start at a y-intercept of 8, and we're going to have a negative 1/3 slope. And it's going to be a dotted line. And then we're going to shade above the line for this inequality. So there's the solution set for the blue. Now for the green, we're going to start at -5 for the y-intercept. We're going to have a positive 3/2 slope with a solid line, and we're going to shade to the right or to the bottom. And the place where these two graphs intersect each other, the blue and the green, is going to be up here in this corner where you see the red. So that red region there is actually the solution set to the system of inequalities. Example 2, same thing. So we're going to start with the blue. We're going to start with a y-intercept of 2.5 and then a slope of -1/4 with a dotted line. And then we're going to shade above the line. The green inequality, we're going to start with an x-intercept of 4, and it's going to be a solid line with an undefined slope, which we call a vertical line. And we're going to shade to the right. So now we're going to see where they intersect, which is actually this top right region here in the red. Example 3, we're going to start with the red inequality. So y-intercept of, again, 2.5. And then it's going to have a 0 slope with a dotted line. So that's horizontal. And then we're going to shade below the line. And then the green inequality, we're going to start with a y-intercept of 6. And a -1 slope, and it's going to be a solid line, and then we're going to shade that above the line. So right now you would be tempted to say, well, hey, we can stop because this is where the two intersect. But remember, the third inequality also has to share what the other two share. So let's start with the black inequality. We have a -5 y-intercept. And we have a +2 slope, and that's a dotted line. So we're going to be shading to the right, which in fact it does overlap at that section. So we're going to say the solution set is what's shaded in red there. Example 4, we're going to start with the green inequality. So y-intercept of 3 and a -2/5 slope. Has a solid line. And then we're going to shade above the line. In the blue inequality, we're going to start at 1.5 for the y-intercept, and it's going to have a 0 slope with a dotted line, and we're going to shade below the line. And again, you might be tempted to say, well, Mr. Roman, here's the solution set over here. Well, again, the third inequality also has to share that. So let's look at the third inequality. It's -4 y-intercept, and then a -2/5 slope with a dotted line. And then we're going to shade below the line. Now here you can see that the black and the green will actually not share anything because they're parallel. And therefore, this one will have no solution. There's nothing on the graph that all three of those will share. And this concludes our video lesson.